All right, we have sample problem SP3-2 on page 191, and this is what we're going to be making. And it's step by step how to draw a cylinder. We're going to start with our top plane, and then we're going to create offset planes following the directions in here. So let's go ahead and draw the cylinder. We start a new part. We're going to use the top plane. We're going to draw a circle that's 58 and extrude it to 60. Centered at the origin. All right. So that's steps 1, 2, and 3. So let's go ahead. File, new, part, okay. We're going to select the top plane. We're going to create a sketch. We're going to do a circle. We're going to have this circle is going to be 58. Smart dimension. 58 millimeters. All right. And then we're going to extrude it to be 60 millimeters. So I click anywhere, you can see there you go. There's your shape. All right, so there's our shape. So next thing we're going to do is we're going to create this offset plane. So we have a 58 by 60 cylinder. We're going to create an offset plane, and then we're going to create like a triangle wedge right here, and then we're going to cut out so that it's slanted. So we're going to click on the right plane and click the reference tool in the features tab, reference geometry, and click on the plane option. All right, so right plane, we're looking for reference geometry right here. We want the plane tool. All right, so we have all this right here. We can go back and look at our, it gives us instructions. So we got the right plane, 90, 30 millimeters. Right plane 90. We're going to move this over to 30 millimeters. So you can see this plane we created is right out over here. And then we just hit OK. So now we just created this plane 1. So we have a front plane, top plane, a right plane, and plane 1. So we're going to draw this triangle on plane 1. So I could select anything, go back and select plane 1. So I'm going to do sketch. We're on this plane. And sketch. And then we have this, we have a center line. So we have to put a construction line down. And then we're gonna draw a line that is 12 millimeters in this way, and then it goes out, and we have an angle of 30 degrees. Okay, that's all we really need. Here we go, 12, angle of 30 degrees. And our construction line is right in the center. So we're gonna do center line. You can pick origin, you can pick anything. I can roll out, put that right there. And then, okay, that's good. Now we're going to do our real lines. We can do a lot of things. We just draw a line like this. It's a line that goes across. We could say to ourselves, okay, smart dimension. I want this dot to be 12 millimeters from that line. All right, you see what we just did there? So that's 12 millimeters. All this is not relevant. We can do other things with that. So, okay, we got that. So now pick our line tool. We take this guy and we draw a line, something like this. And then we have our, okay. Smart dimension, we want to pick this line and that line. We want this to be 30 DEG for degrees. All right, so we have those two lines together. So basically, this extended part, we could just draw a line like from here to there, but it's not relevant because what we're going to do is we're going to just do a cut. So if we were going to extrude something, we could have a line right from here to here, but this part isn't really relevant. All right, so let's just go back to features and let's do our extruded cut. And you could see right here we have 60 millimeters, and that takes us just out to the other side. All right, you want it to be passed so it cuts all the way through, or you could just do a through all. Right, a through all cuts all the way through it. So you go through all, and there you go. So now we have this cut on here, and we could do things like right plane. All right, you can see that there. We could do front plane. You can see that there. We can do top plane, or we can do one of these isometric views, so we can look at it like that. All right, what do we got to do next? All right, so we got that cut. Blah 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 blah. I want to put a notch in it, and we can do this on the bottom. So it shows we could do this making a plane on the top, or we could just, since we're going through all, we could just pick the top plane. You can offset a top plane like we did before, or we could just pick the top plane for this one because it's on the top plane. All right, so let's just go ahead. We'll do geometries, plane. What is it? This is top plane, geometries, plane. So top plane was already referenced, and we could have a distance of 40, 50, 60. All right, so 60 is a distance from here all the way to the top. So we have 60 would be just like if we just clicked on this face. So let's just use 60 right there. It's fine. And then hit OK. So now we have plane 2. So we have plane 1 is over here on this side. Plane 2 is at the top part. We have the top plane is down here on the bottom. We have the right plane is over here, and we have the front plane over here. So we're going to use this plane 2. Like I said, this is pretty easy. We could have just done this on the top plane, but we're learning how to use these plane geometries. And let's go ahead and click this. Let's see, top. This gives us the plane right here. This is the top view. And we have our plane right at the top of it. So we're on plane 2. We go to sketch. And let's take a look at what we got to do now. So we have a center line once again. And we have 8 out on both sides. And this says 16, but what's my 8 to one side, 8 to the other? Oh, 16 is from here to there. Okay, so we do a rectangle. There we go. It's 8 by 16. All right, so let's take a look at here, and we're gonna do well, we don't have to do anything really. There's should be right there. So this is the center. So we could take a corner rectangle, and we could find that little dot right there, and then we could draw this. We want this to be 8 across and 16 up and down. So we got smart dimension 8 millimeters, and we want this to be 16 millimeters. Oh, I did that number. Boop, 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 boop. 16 millimeters. So it's 8 by 16. And then what we want to do is we want to go ahead. We can hit OK. Let's click anywhere. Do mirror entities. And I want to mirror about, let's see, this line, this, and this. And then I hit OK. All right. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to do trim entities. I'm going to get rid of that. So now I have this 16 by 16 square. And now I'm going to go to features. I'm going to extrude cut. And let's take a look at this. I think it's through all. Yeah, it's through all the way down. So then I go back here and I go through all. We can see that that does the whole thing. You hit OK, and that just cut it all the way through. All right, so there we go. And I think all we got left is one thing to put a circle. So instead of point, use a hole tool. It only goes in 20. All right, so let's follow the directions here. All right, add a 8 millimeter diameter hole. All right, so this is pretty simple. Let's just, and then it's 20 millimeters deep. All right, let's do this. All right. Right click on the flat top surface of the object to create a sketch plane. Change orientation. Use the point tool. Flat portion top. I'll click on the surface and hole wizard. All right. So we got our hole wizard here. That was under insert features, hole wizard, and it's right here on the side. All right, what do we want to pick here? We want this to be 8. Dowel holes. All right, so come over here. Let's see. We want metric, I think. All right, so we want ANSI metric. Put it there. Type of holes. Let's see, size. $20 millimeters. Unconditions. All right, set blind. Yep, 20 millimeters. All right, uncondition. Let's see what we got here. All right, so standard, we want type. Oh, this one's picked up here. They show it up there? This one up here to the left. Okay, so let's go to that. This one. Dowel holes. Okay, so we select this one here, and that's dowel holes. And size, we want 8. And then 20 millimeters blind. All right, and then we're going to click here. I think we can position it. All right. Yeah, we want it like right there. All right. Oh, we get smart dimension. Okay, so now we got our smart dimension here. Let's see what we're doing here. We want it, can't remember, at the point. It's in the middle, and then it's 9 from the side. All right. So nine millimeters. All right. So there you go. Now we just go boom, boom, and there you go. There's our hole. Okay. Let's see. File, save as, and this was what we got here, sample. Yeah, that's it. That's sample problem 3-2. 3-2. Okay, here we go. Part SP3-2. Save. And let's take a look at this in our isometric views. There you go. That's good. That looks great. All right, so file, save, file, make drawing from part. Yes, this is what we want. Okay. Go ahead and drag this over. Like always, I just tend to like that. All right, that looks good. A note, type your name, do anything you want with the fonts, any font you want. Make it bold, put your name. And green check mark. File, save. Blah, blah, blah. File, print. OneNote for Windows 10. Okay. Handouts. Okay. And there it is right there. And then we call this part SP3-2. And then we're done. There you go.